Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at an enhancement to Shoreham. That's Brighton City Airport in the south coast of England by a developer called Raymond Tabouret, who I believe is a Frenchman. Raymond's been developing scenery for Flight Simulator for many years. This is his first venture, I believe, into Flight Simulator 2020. And we're going to be looking at his small enhancement to the default scenery. Raymond has a fishing addiction to the Adua River that runs down past the airport and has made several enhancements to that. It's not a massive scenery. It's available on Sim Market at €16.79. There are one or two issues, but personally I like it. I live in the south of England, not far, 15 minutes from the airport. Been down there many times at the weekend with my children, and I've flown out of the airport a number of times as well, so I know it fairly well. So we're going to have a look at this. I will first show you the default scenery, and then we will have a look at Raymond's enhancement, a few bits and pieces, and one or two anomalies. And then you'll see me do a circuit in the Cessna 150 followed by a landing. At the same time, I'm going to be discussing a small issue that I've had and just one other of Raymond's customers has, and just a way for you to solve that should you also fall victim to this little issue. So, welcome to the channel. Thanks for taking the time to look at this video. Let's get straight into it and you can have a look.
Okay folks, welcome back. So let's start the tour of the new enhancement by going towards the River Adour, which is something that Raymond Tabarot, the author of the scenery, talks a lot about in his opening statement on Sim Market. He certainly made changes to the river. I think there have been changes made to these buildings as well, slight enhancements. We're going towards the A27 dual carriageway, which is one of the main arteries that goes along the south coast. As you can see, changes have been made to the estuary here in the Adour. Looks visually nice. Not sure about the odd trees sticking out of it, but looks very, very pleasant. So now as we head south towards the coast, we'll go back down towards the river and we can have a little bit more look at the estuary. The airport is off to the right there. Yeah, I do like the way he's done this. It is an improvement on the original. Raymond talked about going fishing here and clearly knows the area. So do I. I live in Sussex. Been to Shoreham many times with the kids to watch the airplanes, and I've flown out of here a couple of times too. Beautiful water. Estuary looks really nice. Really like the way it's been done, enhanced. So there's the airport. We continue down the estuary moving south. You get a look at the expanse of the airport itself. Very nice. He's enhanced the taxiways and the runways, added a few planes. We still have some photoreal planes sitting in the scenery which he hasn't been able to exclude or remove, but I'm sure that will come along. I think this is Raymond's first venture into Flight Simulator 2020. There's the railroad track. The landside road is missing, which goes up here. So now let's track up the landside area. So you can see the road is here, but hasn't really been developed properly. You can't really see it very well. But that's not Raymond's fault. He has added a few cars and tweaked the buildings. Certainly this building here and the main terminal has been vastly improved. I think there's a structure missing here. Haven't been there for a while, so I can't remember exactly. So there's the front of them, or the back of the main terminal. It's landside. Some nice cars there, looking good. Condition of the buildings has been updated ever so slightly. The airside looks good from here. Added some air conditioning units on the roofs there. Light poles. So we're coming up on the western boundary of the airfield now. Lovely countryside. I love the new simulator. Stunning. Runway edge lights have been marked properly. So let's just head up this way, going up toward runway 02. You can see the taxiway signage has been improved. Lights look good. The additional runway 06 there and 02 right. So let's have a little look, passing up airside now. Okay, got a couple of visual issues here. These are the default ones pictured in the grass. And I'm sure these little things will be fixed at some point. Nice enhancements. Airplanes look good. There's the airside part of the terminal, looks good. And the ramp, very nice. Airport looks a little bit more alive than it did before the scenery was introduced. There are one or two anomalies. You can see that square right there, look. Terminal looks great, but you've got that little anomaly there. This may be to do with the way that these have been designed. It's all very new for some developers. But in my opinion, really nice. So looking towards the coast, this is the A259 road here. And this is the little road that leads up to the airport, goes under the bridge. There's the coast. Nice overview of the airport there with the Azure in the distance and the South Downs over here. It really is a beautiful airport area to fly over. And in a minute you'll see the little circuit we'll do. Beautiful part of the world to visit. If you're into the countryside, the south coast is really nice. Shoreham is down the road from me. It's about 15 minutes away. I know the airport well, so this enhancement was certainly worth a buy for me. Also see my video on High Wycombe Air Park, which was released last week. That was also another nice place out in the country west of London to go flying. Lots of scope for people to do GA flying around here. Some beautiful airports. So we'll now get in the aircraft and do a circuit, and you can have a look. Okay folks, we're in the Cessna 150. We will take off and then do a right hand circuit, take you back out over the sea and then come into land. So lovely weather today. Flaps 10 set, one notch of flaps have been set, takeoff trim is set. We get towards the runway and turn all the lights on. Let's go. It's all good, power is set. Try and keep it in the middle. Really sensitive, these controls. Okay, coming around to 110. Nice through the airport there, getting a bit hazy now. Okay, turn downwind. Lovely view of the coast there. Looks very nice. airport out of the right hand window. And the estuary at the River Adur and the beach. Frame rates are good. Eminently flyable. People still talk a lot about frame rates. I've really no idea why. At the end of the day, for me, it's the flyability of the sim rather than just the frame rates. Yes, they're useful, of course they are, but the sim nowadays and the computers we have to run them, to some extent, make it a bit irrelevant. At the end of the day, it's the performance and how the sim works on your system. What kind of flying performance and enjoyment you get is the important thing. Okay, so we start coming down, turn right base now. Come out 290. Runway. Okay, flaps. So full flaps are on final. Be interesting to see how accurate these phase eyes are. Okay, so we got one red, two whites. Reasonably lined up, 60 knots. Drifting right to the left a little. Alright, phase eyes are all blue at the moment, so let's see if we can come up a little bit. All red, not blue. So they're all showing red, and I'm aiming for the touchdown zone. We're well ahead of the threshold, the extended threshold. Not bad, not the greatest landing in the world, but we're down. So we'll take it to the end of the runway here so you can see the markings. Flaps up. So the markings look good. Just the whole area actually looks really nice. I have no qualms about flying in and out of here on a Sunday afternoon when weather like this. Just beautiful. There's the run-up area. Grass looks good, the edges. Some of this is Raymond's doing, some of it's his default. It's difficult to tell. I've looked at Flight Beams Denver, looked at Wickham, Shoreham now, where developers have made enhancements, and sometimes it's difficult to see where they've improved it over the default, which shows you how good Asobo, Microsoft's default is. My opinion, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is way above anything we've had up to now. A whole new type of simulator, visually stunning. So it's going to be a field day for the developers, because they're going to come along and enhance these little airports and the major airports and the scenery areas in the ways that only they can with their skills, and it's just going to be remarkable. For the Flight Simulator Pilot, it's going to be wonderful. Also, cannot wait to see a helicopter appear. I will have fun doing some videos in a helicopter in this simulator. Some of you who follow me know that I've done a couple of reviews in Prepare 3D using the Milvis helicopters, which I enjoy. So let's hope that will work out and they'll get helis in here. And then again, when PMDG and FS Labs come along and bring their talents, and we finally have airliners that do everything they're supposed to do, can't wait. It's going to be a wonderful time to be a flight simulator pilot or a desktop pilot, call it whatever you want. Also, by the way, I've decided I'm going to do a video about how I came to be here, talk about how I got my virtual career. I fly for 6 virtual airlines. There's one that is very important to me that I fly mostly for, and that's British Airways Virtual, or BA Virtual as people know it. Absolutely incredible bunch of people. I've been with them for over 20 years. So, set parking brake, masters off. So there you are, folks. A quick look at Shoreham, the default, and then the same airport with the enhancement from Raymond Tabarot. Just to give you a quick rundown, so that's Echo Golf Kilo Alpha, Shoreham Airport, sometimes known as Brighton City. Scenery enhancement by Raymond Tabarot, that's Taburet, I believe he's French. A lovely chap. It's available on Sim Market at the moment, €16.79, and it's called Tabarot Shoreham and the Azure. So before I leave you, I want to make a point about an issue I had with installation. Apparently I'm one of 2 people who had this issue. Raymond's enhancement, the download is a zip file that contains 2 files, one called Aerial, one called Scenery Shoreham, and as most of you know, that normally goes in the community folder. Raymond's had no issues with people who's bought his scenery so far, except myself and one other. Putting it into the community folder results in the simulation unable to load. It gets to the point where it loads 100% but doesn't actually get to the scenery and load it. So, and I will put this up on the Sim Market review as well, for those of you who have that issue, for the moment the fix is quite simple. Take the 2 scenery folders and put them in the one store folder. So instead of the community folder, go into the store folder and put them in the subfolder there. We'll do a screenshot before I go so you can see. Let's just do it now while I think about it. So there you have the flight simulator path. You go to packages, normally everything goes in here. All the other sceneries normally goes in the community folder. So if you, for some reason the simulator doesn't load, go into official, one store, where Asobo's main scenery and bits and pieces are loaded, and put the 2 folders here, Shoreham Airport, Shoreham Aerial, stick them in this one store subfolder, and then restart the simulator and you should be able to see it. That's what solved it for me. Raymond is working on a fix, he's exploring the situation further, and I've no doubt he'll enhance this even more. It's a lovely gentleman. He was very, very quick to respond when I sent him the email about this problem, I worked with it for about an hour, couldn't resolve the issue. It was late in the evening. He was back to me right away, and within 20 minutes, half an hour, 2 or 3 emails, we'd fixed the problem for me, which has allowed me to review this scenery for you today. So I'm happy to support this gentleman with the €16.79. It's not the greatest scenery up there with Orbix and the like yet, but Raymond's just starting. I think it's lovely, and I'm very happy to have purchased it. Anyway, thank you for joining me. This is Lee, VirtualAirlinePilot.org. The end of another video, and if you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing. It does help my channel. It's all pretty new. It's only started since July. I've been playing Flight Simulator for many years. Now I'm retired. I wanted to bring some of the wonders and joys that I've enjoyed to you, the viewer, via YouTube. So I normally put a video up at least once a week, every Sunday. Sometimes I put something else up for. I have a website as well, VirtualAirlinePilot.org, where I have a blog page and details of videos that are going up. So feel free to check that out. Happy for you to get in touch with me. Leave anything in the comments that you'd like. If you want to see me do something else that you're interested in me reviewing, then please let me know in the comments. I've got 15 videos up at the moment. I also do adventure videos, takeoffs and landings, and adventures in Prepare 3D and my airliner role, and helicopter flights as well. So again, thanks for joining me. Appreciate the time you've taken to watch this video. Have a great weekend. This is Lee signing off. Bye bye for now.